Hi everyone, it's John. This is my response to week 7, even though I realize it's Monday of week 8. My weekend was crazy in the sense that it was pretty up and down. Um, Last week was pretty rough across the board, and that just ended with sliding into Friday with no break, with the brake lines cut and the wheels missing and like grinding to a spark laden stop. But Saturday was really good. I'll say go see Deadpool if you can. It is hilarious. I'll just tell you that. If you don't like crude humor, you'll find it very annoying and childish. But they go in with the fact knowing that they're making fun of the standard superhero movie model. So that's my pitch. But week 7 is review on sacred texts and mythology. Starting with sacred text, when I read that the first time, that word just like struck me into place, and I was like, ew, that doesn't feel too good. And I realized what I'm linking it to was being raised in a Christian household where like the Bible, this book, or technically collection of books, is the end-all be-all, and you're not technically supposed to think outside of it. So like that word, I was just kind of like, ooh, shiver. Because then it's also like, who defines what a sacred text is? Like, who? I was thinking, like, what makes a sacred text a sacred text? I couldn't really come up with anything. So we'll move on to mythology. I love mythology a lot. Since I was little, when I was little, I was really into Egyptology, and I wanted to be an Egyptologist, and then it kind of struck me that they've discovered 99% of everything in Egypt, even though like every once in a while they'll find like a new tomb or whatnot, but still it's like, because there's only like so much ancient Egypt, that there's only so much there, so there's only so much to find. So I still love Egyptology. There's I follow a few different excuse me, I follow a few different Egyptologists on Facebook, and they post interesting things about mythology. But across the board, I love mythology. I love, and this might go into my love of stories as well. That I just enjoy them. I love when I just really like myths. So when it comes to any culture, funny, interesting, explaining things. I like the ones where they explain things, and like to us it might be erroneous, like no one goes around painting all the leaves and the paint kills the leaves. I don't know if that's actually a real myth or not. That just came to me out of nowhere. But I like stuff like that, or the reasons why certain things are those ways. I've been getting lately into the trickster myths, just across cultures that are interesting. I remember when I was little, I had a picture book that's told some of the funny coyote stories. And my favorite one of that was the geese. I think it was some bird gives him feathers, but they all give him feathers from like the right wing, but he puts them on both arms. So then when he jumps off the cliff, he just kind of like twirls down. Because a lot of the coyote myths go into like Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote, I'm pretty sure. But it was just like always a picture of just very Wile E. Coyote, like, and falls off. But yeah, and now with my Jungian psychology class, which I love, I'll probably do a video on just what I've learned from that so far. Just like going in and looking for the archetypes in everything and how everything's similar. It's, in some way, Jungian psychology has opened up kind of a whole new level, maybe levels, to mythology that I didn't really have before, which I am absolutely loving, because I just like mythology across the board, and reading stories, and even some modern mythology things, which in some cases is technically gossip, but just interesting things like how people come up. Like, I remember I had never heard of Slender Man before something that PBS Ideas channel did. In that episode, PBS Ideas channel, they take an idea and throughout the whole episode they discuss it, and then they do a comment response they respond to a lot of the comments they got. And the Slenderman's really old, and I didn't really know much about it, and then explained it like it showed up online, and now he's kind of a figure everywhere, to the point now that like extra sensories and whatnot will like start seeing them, just because like a lot of people associate like, oh, this is the place where like Slender Man would be, so now he like shows up. Thus proving that wherever our thoughts go, energy flows into. Like, that was really interesting. So yeah, this is kind of rambly, but all around I just like myths. Alright, thank you.